Senator from Nebraska.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise today to recognize two Nebraskans who are retiring after long careers of service to the American people, the Honorable Lyle E. Strom and the Honorable William J. Riley. Both of these judges have spent years upholding the rule of law, and their professionalism has established a strong reputation for their respective courts. They are true role models for current and aspiring lawyers and judges, and their exceptional work should be acknowledged. Lyle Elmer Strom was born on January 6, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. His mother was a school teacher. His father worked as an oil trader. Judge Strom has said he didn't much care for school while he was growing up. Instead, he found himself causing more trouble than good, especially when he played football on top of a nearby grain silo with some friends. In 1943, after being rejected by the Navy because of weak eyesight, Strom enlisted in the Merchant Marines as a radio signal operator. During his time in the Naval Reserve, he was inspired to become a lawyer after being impressed by his fellow Merchant Marines who had obtained college and professional degrees. After serving his country in the military, Strom graduated from Creighton University with a BA in 1950. That same year, he married the love of his life, his wife, Regina. Together, they had 7 children. In 1953, Strom graduated from Creighton University's School of Law, finishing at the top of his class. He soon joined the prestigious firm of Fitzgerald, Shore, Barmettler, and Brennan. Strom started his career believing he'd be a business type of lawyer. Shortly after joining the firm, however, Bob Hamer brought Strom into his litigation group because he was smart and a hardworking professional. By 1958, Strom led the litigation practice for the firm. Over his years of private practice, Lyle Strom became a well-known, well-liked litigator in Nebraska, especially in Omaha. In 1985, after 32 years of law practice and with encouragement from Congressman Hal Dobb, President Ronald Reagan appointed Strom to the United States District Court for the District of Nebraska. He served as chief judge of the court from 1987 until 1994, and in 1995 took senior status, allowing him the ability to continue sitting as a judge on cases over the past 22 years. Judge Strom has always been dedicated to the craft of practicing law. He served as the president of the Omaha Bar Association from 1980 to 1981, and as president of the Nebraska State Bar Association from 1989 to 1990. One of his biggest joys has come in the form of mentoring aspiring lawyers and young people, something that he has done throughout his career. In his first decade as a lawyer, he worked as a professor at the Creighton University. In his 5th, after becoming a federal judge with a full caseload, Judge Strom served as the Creighton Law School Internship Program Director and clinical professor of law. Strom has also dedicated decades of service to the Boy Scouts of America and was the founder of the Inns of Court organization in Nebraska and been closely involved with the Nebraska mock trial program. During his 64 years of practice, Judge Strom has been a model for the dedication to the rule of law. His hard work and mentoring to both aspiring lawyers and young people across Omaha have made him a staple in our community. He's also had an eye for talent. In 1973, while still working as a litigation lawyer, Strom hired a new lawyer to the firm, William J. Riley. This began a great professional relationship between two of the top lawyers in Nebraska. Born in Lincoln in 1947, Bill Riley obtained both his BA and his Juris Doctorate from the University of Nebraska, graduating from the law school in 1972. While in school, Riley served as the editor and chief of the Nebraska Law Review, and he graduated at the top of his class. From 1972 to 1973, Riley clerked for the Honorable Donald P. Lay with the United States Court of Appeals for the Eighth Circuit, a court he would later serve on 30 years later. It was Judge Lay who told Riley that the best tutelage he could receive as a trial attorney would be at the firm of Fitzgerald, Shore, Bart Mettler, and Brennan, the firm where legendary attorney Lyle Strom had led the litigation department since 1958. It was great advice. After Strom became a judge, it was Riley who took his place as chair of the firm's litigation department. In 2001, Riley's professionalism caught the eye of both Nebraska senators and the President of the United States, George W. Bush. The new president nominated him to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Eighth Circuit. Riley was confirmed unanimously in September of 2001, becoming one of President Bush's first Circuit Court appointments. He became Chief Judge for the Eighth Circuit in 2010. During his tenure, Riley was intimately involved in the governance and policy setting for the entire United States federal court system. He served on the executive committee of the Judicial Conference of the United States, an organization presided over by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Riley also served as strategic planning coordinator for the Judicial Conference, helping enact greater cybersecurity measures throughout the federal court system. Judge Riley has served our country well over the last 16 years, and on June 30th, 2017, after 45 years of practicing law, Judge Riley took senior status on the Eighth Circuit. He said that now he's going to have time to relax with his wife, Norma, their 3 children, and their 9 grandchildren. Riley has served his local legal community by teaching trial practice at both Creighton University School of Law and the University of Nebraska College of Law. He is a decorated Boy Scout leader and served as a founding member of the Robert M. Spire Inns of Court Legal Mentoring Program. Before his appointment to the court, Riley served as president of the Omaha Bar Association from 2000 to 2001. Both of these judges deserve our respect for how they approach the justice system and the law. Both are role models that I hope future lawyers and judges follow. Their careers should be applauded, and their commitment to our community should be honored. I wish them the best in their retirement.